Amazon's decision to expand from its single base in Seattle has consistently been one of the most highly profiled recent stories in tech. Over 200 American cities applied, eager for the 50,000 new jobs and over $5 billion in construction investment. Stonecrest, Georgia even offered to create an adjacent town called Amazon. Amazon ultimately decided to split the prize between Long Island City in New York and Crystal City in Virginia, that is until public backlash forced it to pull out of New York. Leaving the heated debate aside, Amazon's shift to multiple headquarters hints at a broader trend, a more compelling story that the headlines had largely missed: the growing trend of a distributed workforce model. More startups are using a distributed workforce model earlier in their life cycle. Mary Meeker's latest Internet Trends report shows, for instance, that 5% of the American labor force works remotely, nearly double the 3% in 2000, representing over 8 million Americans. Astoundingly, nearly 50% of the U.S. workforce has spent at least some time working remotely. This dynamic is particularly acute among startups and small businesses. Many have commented on the rise of startups looking for remote workers, how remote workers are the new startup hub, and the success of those that chose this path. Indeed, 39% of remote companies have fewer than 25 employees. Buffer's State of Remote Work report demonstrates that 90% of entrepreneurs claim they support remote work. Companies like Automatic, Basecamp, GitHub, GitLab, InVision, and Zapier provide successful role models of companies relying on large distributed teams. Some venture investors have gone so far as to say distributed teams are the new cloud for startups. Perhaps Boris Wertz, founding partner of Version 1 and board partner with Andreessen Horowitz, summarizes this trend most succinctly: among our Silicon Valley-based portfolio companies, not a single company past a does not have a distributed team. What is this phenomenon, and why are startups pursuing this strategy? What distributed means: distribution refers to an organization where the team is dispersed across multiple locations. For startups, that might mean the technology development team and sales teams are in different geographies. Some startups choose to go a step further by becoming remote, where they may not have formal offices. Conventional wisdom suggests that forming distributed teams is a bad approach for technology startups, as the integration of engineering, product development, and strategy is thought to be essential for spurring creativity.